check. Testing 1, 2. Mic check. Testing 1, 2. I am your host, Dok-Tah Feel Good, aka Chris Toledo, coming at you from the PNW, the Pacific Northwest. Thank you for tuning in. Welcome back to the PoSiToSiS Podcast. Hey everybody, my hope is that the PoSiToSiS Podcast can inspire you and light a fire under the best of you. Through my experience as a professional athlete, television personality, and dance instructor, among other things, I've transformed my life's experiences into my current work as an MC, motivational speaker, and the host of the dopest podcast ever. That's right, I'm in the mix. I am with you. Thank you for tuning in. Ever since I was a little kid, I've always felt like one of my missions in life was to make whoever's path I crossed, to make that moment that I encountered them just a little bit better. It doesn't matter, friends, family, stranger, anybody, especially when I come across somebody that feels like they could use some good vibes, some encouragement. That's always been really, really important to me. It's always felt like it's one of my purposes in life. And right before I came online with you all here a minute ago, I was reflecting and I was thinking, maybe that's where PoSiToSiS was born. Maybe that's the birthplace. I came up with the word PoSiToSiS probably, it's been about 3 or 4 years ago. But I think maybe that's where it all started. Basically just to be positive and show positivity and spread some good vibes around from back in the day. And I think that's where it got started. And as I fast forward and moved into my career, into my personal and professional life, like I just started learning that the key to a lot of stuff that was very important, the main key to my success was just basically being positive, having more positive in my life than negative. That's always been a big goal of mine. And I just really feel like that's been instrumental in helping me have this awesome life. Those that are tuning in, how important is it for you to have more positive than negative? How important is being positive? First of all, is it important to be positive? Something happened yesterday that was really cool. There's this dude that works in the complex where I live with my son, and he's one of the maintenance dudes. And he's come over to our place and he's done a couple of maintenance things from time to time at our place. And in the process, my son and I have gotten to know him just a little bit. And every time he sees me, he's driving around on his little golf cart throughout here, the complex. He'll always, no matter what, even if he's in a hurry, he'll slam on the brakes and he'll come over to me. And it just feels like he's looking for some PoSiToSiS. He's looking for some good vibes, some encouragement. And I could just tell, like, just through our conversations, we've talked about various different things, but I could always tell that it gives him like a little energetic boost, a little euphoric bump, for lack of a better word. And sometimes, you're in a hurry sometimes. Sometimes I don't have all day to be all yakking to the maintenance dudes. But like I realize the importance. I realize how important it is to share this PoSiToSiS thing. It's a blessing. I feel like I've been blessed to be born with PoSiToSiS. So folks, once again, I want to say thank you to everybody for tuning in. And it's just cool to dive into something positive by seeing it, touching it, and actually attaining it. So let's get into it. Season 1, Episode 2. Shout out to all the hood rats, PoSiToSiS player in the lineup today. Shout out to all PoSiToSiS players from San Diego counties, North County. Oh, I can't forget my crew in the South Pacific, in Moorea and Tahiti. Eateuru, Maitai Partu, Ewe, Maruru, c'est good, papa. Ale, mon ami du Paris, ça va? And special shout out to KB's Rivercats repping Sacktown. And last but definitely not least, to the PoSiToSiS players closer to the home here in PNW, the Pacific Northwest, Emerald City, Seattle, baby. We're holding it down. And a special shout out to my boy from the Seahawks, Russell Wilson. Hey, Russ, I'm calling you out, brother. hit me up. I want you in the PoSiToSiS Players Club. Let Russ cook. Some of you by now are familiar with PoSiToSiS. Actually, more of you are aware of PoSiToSiS now than we were for the first episode because I got the gang of people coming in, listening and tuning into the PoSiToSiS podcast. I can feel it. The movement is coming, so thank you. Shout out to everybody that listened to episode 1, and thank you for everybody that's here with me for episode 2. But basically, PoSiToSiS is really simple. PoSiToSiS is simply about being positive. PoSiToSiS is the new word for positivity. PoSiToSiS is about having the mindset to have the positive outweigh the negative in your life. It's a feeling. It's a good feeling. And one of the things we have going on here with the PoSiToSiS podcast, it's about helping you build your PoSiToSiS mindset. So the cool thing is, like there's some things, right, that if you want to be a part of it, you got to pay a bunch of money, or you got to have a membership, or it takes you 8 months, whatever. But basically, you can adopt a PoSiToSiS mindset at any time, at any moment. I'm just trying here to encourage you to be positive. I'm just trying to show you the good parts about being positive, but I also want to be respectful to the people who may not be interested in adopting PoSiToSiS, who may not have a level of urgency as far as having more positive in their life than negative. Not everybody, this is not for everybody. But hey, I believe that if you're looking to make your life easier, to simplify your life, and to maybe have some good vibes around you, this might be for you. So thank you, everybody, for all your comments that you sent to me after episode 1. I've read all of them. And one of the common things that I received from many of you is like, okay, well, yeah, this PoSiToSiS stuff is cool. And I'm glad that you let us know how to spell it, which I'm going to do right now. Again, ladies and gentlemen, here's how I'm going to break it down. We're in writing class right now. PoSiToSiS. PoSiToSiS, baby. So to answer the question, what has a big effect on your PoSiToSiS? What helps the strength of your PoSiToSiS? And I know this is going to sound funny, but this is for real. And I've noticed this I've just paid attention to myself. And one thing that will really have a huge effect on your PoSiToSiS is the strength of your what's up. Yeah, I know it sounds kind of funny, right? But with the strong what's up, you're good. Like the other day, I was leaving the gym. Here's a great example, a good story about the strength of your what's up. So I was leaving the gym. Every day, I go take my swim. I get there at 5 o'clock. Well, I get there before 5 o'clock because they open at 5. And bam, I'm in the water at 5 o'clock. And I'm stroking, baby. I love to swim. So as normal, I did my swim workout. And as I was finishing, I did all the rest of the stuff that I do at the gym. And as I was walking out, I see homie walking towards the door. And I opened the door for him. And all I said, like I said to everybody, I was like, hey, what's up, man? And he goes, hey, what is up? What's up? And I got to tell you, man, ladies and gentlemen, the strength of his what's up was strong. And it just lit me up like a Christmas tree. Didn't know the guy, never seen him before, never seen him since. But just the PoSiToSiS, that positive vibe, that strong energy of his what's up, man, it was great. And so the strength of your what's up, what's up? And those of you that are old enough, remember, I think it was a Bud Light commercial. I can't remember what commercial it was, but remember the dudes would be calling each other and they're like, what's up? I love that commercial. Anyway, the good thing about that commercial, I don't even drink beer, and I definitely don't drink Budweiser, but the good thing about it though is what I remember about that what's up was every time I watched it and every time I said the word, it just made me laugh. It made me smile. And I realized that part of being positive, a big part of the PoSiToSiS is laughter, is just smiling, just your facial expressions. And I noticed a lot of times, and tell me folks if you've ever noticed this, but when you're smiling, when you're laughing, like it even improves your body language. Like you stand up, and especially if you get one of them good, really good belly laughs, like you could feel it all through your body. It's just like your body is just on fire. So once again, ladies and gentlemen, what's up? PoSiToSiS, the new word for positivity. To go a little bit deeper, in this section right here, we're going to go into some other definitions of PoSiToSiS. And I want to hear your feedback. I want you to put in the comments after you finish watching this. I want you to put in the comments what your definition of PoSiToSiS is. And one of our goals is we're going to get this word mainstream. We're going to get this word so it's like a word like any other word that's got complete credibility, but we still got to figure out the exact definition. We'll have various definitions, and if we had to just land on one dictionary that we could get into, I'm saying let's go for the Urban Dictionary. All right, so one other definition is PoSiToSiS is the transformation of all of your life's experiences into usable fuel for forward movement. Let me kick it down to you again. The transformation of all of your life's experiences into usable fuel for forward movement. So maybe some of you out there going, huh? What? Okay, that's a little weird, little out there. What does that mean? That means that you can transform everything. You can change anything that has ever happened to you into usable fuel for forward movement. And what I mean by that is, has this ever happened to anybody that's listening where something maybe happened yesterday or maybe, like a week ago? Let's go ahead and take it on back to a month ago, 6 months ago, a year ago, 5 years ago. Maybe that's something that wasn't all that great. And when you think back onto that situation or you speak about that situation, it drags you right back to where you were when it happened. And you keep reliving maybe this event that was not all super sweet. But what I'm saying to you is you can transform every one of your life's experiences into usable fuel for forward movement. That means that you can take something good away from there, and you can use that experience as opposed to it dragging you back into the darkness. It can push you forward into the light, and you can take whatever it was that happened. And believe me, ladies and gentlemen, look, I'm just like every one of you that is out there. I'm no different. I've had really awesome success in my life, great experiences, global travel, and I've also had struggle, definitely. I've had, just like all of you, but this PoSiToSiS movement, this PoSiToSiS mindset is helping me and enabling me, and it's going to enable you to take every single thing that's happening and make it something useful as opposed to something that puts you into the dark. One other point about PoSiToSiS that we're going to kick down, and we talked about this in episode 1, but I want to reaffirm it here again. It's the training and retraining of your brain to scan for the positive first. It's the training, it's the practice and retraining and practicing again your brain to scan for the positive first. So when you do adopt this philosophy, when you do train and retrain your brain, your Skylab, your coconut, whatever that big old thing, and then whatever that big old thing that's on your shoulders, whatever you call that, when you train that thing to scan for the positive first, what you are doing is you're telling your brain, hey, there's a solution. We might not have it yet, but we're gonna search for the solutions first, as opposed to search for what's wrong, what the problem is. You're also sending signals to the universe that there's really no problem. There's only solutions. We're focused on the solution. And scanning, training, retraining, and training your brain to scan for the positive first will help you get to the solution quicker. And speaking about getting to the solution quicker, I was kicking it the other day with one of my buddies. They call him D. They just call him D. I don't even know what his name is, but they just call him D. So D and I were kicking it around, and I said, okay, well, what's up, D? When you think about being positive,